What was that?
Bruce had only one reason to live. He was a toy. Until he found his true friend, what we went through was not easy at all. When a friend who worked at the shelter told me about his painful past, I cried. "You should know that this dog no longer believes in human love," he said. He was right. When I first saw him, he was just lying there in that iron cage. He didn't move, didn't look, didn't react. He had eyes, but they were empty. At that moment, I felt something strange in my heart. During the darkest period of my life, I was living just like him. Disconnected from the world, tired and worn out, I saw my own life in Bruce's eyes. That day, I decided to take him home. The first few weeks were really hard for all of us. He hardly moved at all. He was like a statue. He ate just enough to survive. He never ate more than that. I tried everything to remind him he was a dog. Morning walks, different foods, dozens of toys. Nothing worked. Bruce didn't change. He didn't act like a dog. He lived in a closed, distant, and withdrawn state. He had already lived with many dogs at the shelter. None of them affected him. I needed to try something new, but I didn't know what to do. One day, something interesting happened. He saw a lamb on TV. He immediately started barking. At that moment, I didn't know how to react. It was the first time since I brought him home that he had actually reacted to something. A brilliant idea came to mind. I got dressed. I ran to the nearest toy store. I bought a stuffed lamb there. At first, he wasn't interested. It wasn't a disappointment for me, because that was exactly what I expected. But after a while, he took it in his mouth. He started walking quietly around the house. It was as if that little toy was what he had been waiting for all these years. After that day, Bruce slowly began to change. He started acting more active and lively. He started sleeping with it all the time. We even took it with us on trips. Now he had a friend, but he hadn't met his real friend yet. A friend of ours found a very small kitten that had survived a fire. It was looking for a safe home. He called me and explained the situation. That's how Trout entered our lives. Bruce was curious when he saw him, but he was extremely calm. At first, he watched from a distance. He didn't approach him, he didn't rush to get acquainted. Trout, on the other hand, was afraid of everything. Bruce didn't chase him, he didn't corner him, he just stood nearby. It was as if he was saying, "Don't be afraid, I'm here." And over time, Trout got used to us and our dog. First, he took a few steps. Then, he came a little closer. I will never forget the moment their noses touched lightly for the first time. From that day on, they never left each other's side for a moment. Trout followed Bruce everywhere. He climbed on top of him. He nudged his head with his tiny paws. Bruce didn't move. He did everything he could not to scare him. Now, they sleep together, walk together. Bruce may not have completely forgotten his past, but he no longer carries that weight alone. He has someone small by his side, following his every step. Once he had only a toy in his hand. Now he has a real friend. And for a dog who spent most of his life alone, what could be more meaningful than that?